What's up, y'all? This be your boy Scotty, and you're watching my review on Basketball Wives Season 5, Episodes 3 and 4. What is up, y'all? I have to let y'all know a couple of things before I do this video. As y'all know, my internet is down. It's like a push and pull between the damn internet provider. We might be getting another internet provider. So at this point in time, the videos might come a few days late. Because I have to, at this point, until we get the internet situation back on track, I'm going to have to do reviews on 2 episodes and put them on one damn video. So I won't have to make so many trips back and forth, to my cousin's house up the street to upload the video. And then, last week wasn't that good of a week because my mother was rushed to the hospital because she was dehydrated and she had low blood pressure, almost died. So I've been dealing with a lot this past week. And I haven't been getting any sleep either, so I didn't film anything last week. I just said that what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna film everything this week, put two episodes on one video and call it a day because I've been through a lot. But I know my true supporters will understand and will appreciate the fact that I'm still getting up and got some go about myself and still doing these videos because I had a lot to say. So let's just get into the video. And we're going to start off with episode 3. Where we left off with episode 3, we pick up where we left off from episode 2. And that's when everybody was at Tasha's house and they were having dinner and everything like that. And then, Tammy and Tasha kind of realized that they have similar backgrounds. They both was, they both grew up in North Carolina and everything, went to the same places. So there's a bond there, but it's still new. And then we also pick up from where we left off when Susie had asked Tasha about the shelf. Now, if you did not see Tammy Roman's video blog, you need to go and look at it on her YouTube channel. I think her YouTube channel is Tammy Roman. And she talked about the situation. And yes, she did tell Susie to dig up some information to have just in case Tasha tried to come for her. And let me let y'all know something. I don't agree with that 100% at all. I think that was some messy ass shit and that was some insecure bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you need to dig up some information on a bitch you don't even know for? Like, what the fuck is the point of you doing that, Tammy? Like, I don't even understand it. Like, why did you feel the need to dig up information on the bitch that you didn't even know? What the fuck was the point, Tammy? You know what I'm saying? But then again, you told Susie not to say nothing at the woman's house. But as you can see, the bitch still ran her mouth. So, I understand where you coming from on your video, why you was mad with Susie. But at the same time, bitch, she got diarrhea of the mouth. Why the fuck would you even tell her and then double back and say, don't say nothing, when you know the bitch got a shitty ass mouth and it just runs all over the place. So, you already know that. But luckily, Tasha handled the question like a woman. She admitted that there was a shelf and her husband fucked the damn shelf and they paid her off or whatever, but she just didn't want to give her too much airtime, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? So Tammy and Shani walked through Central Park and, they talk about the dinner and how Shani was happy that grown women can have a conversation without fighting and all of that. So Tammy came to Shani and she was saying that, she felt some type of way after the dinner was over with because she had a conversation with Tasha and Tasha told her that Shani and Evelyn said that it could go really right or really wrong. They may not like each other and she felt some type of way about it. And you know what I'm saying? Shani stood firm in what she believed in. But I'm sorry, y'all. I know a lot of y'all was saying, well, you know what I'm saying? You put that image out for yourself, which is true. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has watched the Basketball Wives every damn season that Tammy has been on, and everybody knows not to put their hand in her face. Everybody knows not to talk about her behind her back. But at the same point in time, who wants to continuously have that negative ass stigma on their backs when they're trying to change? That's just like me, for example. I get pissed too if every time we meet somebody new, and you know what I'm saying, every time my friends introduce me to somebody, but before they introduce me to that person, they have a conversation and say, well, you know what I'm saying, it could go really right or really wrong with Scotty. You never know. He just might pile up and throw a damn glass at you, or he might haul off and snap on you for no reason. You never know. Like, let people get to know somebody for themselves. Like, when I'm trying to introduce somebody to another person, I let them know that's my friend, you know what I'm saying, she's really cool, but you gotta form your own opinion. That's all the fuck you got to say, you know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck. Some of y'all might say that I'm being biased, but I don't give a fuck. Some of y'all might say that, Tammy brought this on herself, which she did, but at the same time, I just feel like, who wants to always have to be the who wants people to think that there will be always be something with them? You know what I'm saying? I think that's where Tammy coming from, and that's what she told Shaunie. Like, I don't want it to always be like there's gonna be something with me. Who wants to have that stigma on them? Because I know I don't, so I don't really get why people don't even understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that completely. Like, who wants people to think that everything that goes on is gonna be about them? So then, you know, we get into Susie, and she has lunch with her cousin, and she talks about how she really needs to get her life together, how she hasn't finished college, and how she doesn't have anything of her own ever since her man left. And, you know, it seems like this season, Susie is on the path of redemption. She's trying to get her life and shit together. And, you know, as much as I don't like Floozy and I think that she got diarrhea in the mouth, it's just nice to see that she's trying to do something with her life and she's trying to figure out what it is that she wants to do. She's at a crossroads, so I understand that. Because she feels like, you know, she comes from a family of overachievers and she had a security blanket for all her times in her 20s with this man that she was dating because she had money with this man. But when this man leaves, she realized that she ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? So I understand her completely. Shaunie and Marlon have a busy schedule. They sit down and they talk about their relationship and how they don't never get the chance to spend time with each other. And I'm really shocked that Shaunie is still with Marlon, because Marlon and Shaunie really don't compliment each other to me. It's like Marlon is like look like a little brother to Shaunie rather than her man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't see Shaunie and Marlon fucking, and I can't see Marlon putting it down on Shaunie, because it's just like him putting it down on his older sister. That's just my opinion though. Whatever. So Tammy talks to her cousin Shauna, which I like her. I've always liked her from the moment she was on season 3 for the episode. But she talks to Shauna. She tells Shauna that her mother got liver cancer and everything, and how the lifespan is like 9 months. And, you know, she's just thinking about how she just broke up with her man. Her kids are going off to college. She's about to be alone. Her mother is dying, and she feels like she's going to be all by herself. And, you know, that was a very touchy moment. And we all know that, you know, Tammy's mother died this past, I think, 2 months ago. So it's really hard watching this, knowing, you know, watching her go through this, and then, you know, months later we find out that her mother actually did die. So that was very touching and very sad to see. Like, Tammy damn near had me in tears, y'all. And I don't even cry that much. So Susie takes Tasha out to dinner, and they discuss the whole incident about Susie running her mouth asking about the chef thing. And, you know, she said that she felt peer pressured to ask her the question because Tammy wanted to know the situation about it or whatnot. Like, she felt peer pressure. She felt like Tammy wanted to know, and that's why she asked him. You know, she just wanted to start off with a clean slate, and at least she apologized. You know, she apologized to Tasha about it, and Tasha said that, you know, all is forgiven. It's in the past. They can move on, but just don't ask any more personal questions about other people's husbands unless we really get to know each other. So they had a mature conversation. You know what? Basketball-wise might not be as drama-filled and violence-filled as we may like it to be, but I really did enjoy this third episode. Now, this episode that came on last night was some bullshit, but I did enjoy this episode I'm talking about right now. So Tammy and her daughters, Jazz and Lyric, they go out for lunch and they talk about Nadine, which is Tammy's mother, and the lifespan and everything, and they want to talk about things that they want to do with Nadine before she passes on. And, you know, Tammy's daughter suggested a family portrait with the 4 of them together because that's something that Nadine always wanted. And they also wanted Tammy to go out on a spa and dinner treatment with Nadine, so, you know, they can just spend some quality time with each other and everything like that. And, you know, this whole situation with Nadine having liver cancer and her dying and shit like that, that is really pushing them all together and really giving them the avenue to be closer and just enjoy each other's company and just be closer as a family. And, you know, sometimes it's really fucked up that an illness has to bring people together, but sometimes that's just how it is for families. So, you know, it is what it is. So we get into Evelyn's birthday party / Peter event. You know what I'm saying? Susie and Tasha rides in a limo. You know, they talk about how happy they are for Evelyn and everything, and how, you know, Susie is really firm on her belief that Evelyn does not need to be back with Chad. She is so pro, I don't want Evelyn with Chad. But, you know, Tasha, on the other hand, feels like, you know, people deserve second chances. You know, people make mistakes, people change or whatnot. And, you know, Tasha made the joke about maybe Evelyn should wear a helmet on a date. And, you know, they laughed at it. Anyway, so we get into the birthday party and everybody's there but Tammy, and you know, because Tammy isn't there, people want to sit up here and say that, oh, Tammy is hating on me because she wanted to be a part of the Peters Association and she couldn't, and she hated and everything else. And I just feel like that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know that if Tammy didn't have the incident with her mama and everything like that, then y'all know that Tammy would have been there for Evelyn. Like, I don't even understand it. Like, what the fuck? Like, women are so fucking catty. They always thinking somebody want what they have. They always think that somebody is hating on them. Ain't nobody hating on y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that was really fucked up when they knew that Tammy mama was in the hospital. So with all of this shit about, well, I don't know why Tammy was there. I don't want to think that she was hating. Bitch, her mama in the fucking hospital. Her mother's health is way more important to her than a fucking birthday party. Get a grill. So then, you know, Shaunie and Evelyn go out and look for shoes and whatnot for her date, and you know what I'm saying? Shaunie tells Evelyn about the conversation that she had with Tammy. And you know, she feels some type of way about it, and she feel like Shaunie is, you know, I mean, she feel like Tammy's blowing this whole thing out of proportion or whatnot, and they feel like they didn't plant a bad seed. In hindsight, yes. Y'all honestly probably didn't plant a bad seed, but I can see why Tammy felt the way you did. You're telling somebody that, oh, it could go really right or really wrong. Like, I don't like, just like my cousin Reggie. If he comes to me and introduces me to somebody that he knows and he tells me it could go really right or really wrong, I don't give a fuck what any of y'all motherfuckers say. If somebody were to tell me that when I'm meeting them saying that it could go really right or really fucking wrong, then that necessarily means that I'm gonna have my guard up and I am gonna be anticipating nothing but the negative. If something is gonna go really right or really wrong, then that means a bitch ain't shit. That means that a bitch might pop off on me. That means I might not like the bitch that you're introducing me to. So of course my guard is gonna be up. So you can't really just tell somebody it could go really right or really wrong. Just say that, form your own opinion on this person, and you know whatever opinion you form, that's your opinion on that person. But in my experiences with this person, that's a cool chick. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I'm just saying, y'all can go in on Tammy all y'all want to, because a lot of y'all haven't forgiven her for snatching that bitch purse. And you know what? I truly could give a fuck, because I went in on a girl for snatching the girl purse, but it's over. That was last season. Whatever. We on another season at this point, and all I got to say is this. I'm just saying, Tammy is tired of people always thinking that it's gonna be something with her all the fucking time. Like, that's just like saying, how would Evelyn feel if somebody came into the circle and somebody said, well, girl, you never know now. You might need to watch what you say to Evelyn now, because she might toss a drink at your face. I might jump across the table. She might throw a wine bottle at you. Girl, you may not, or Susie. Girl, you might want to watch Susie, because you know she got diarrhea of the mouth. She might tell your business. She might, shit, if you told her that your dog died and you ain't want to know, she'd tell the whole veterinarian that you weren't taking care of your damn dog or some shit. You know, that bitch got diarrhea of the mouth. That bitch was shit out the mouth. Or Shaunie. Do you want people to always say, girl, you might need to watch Shaunie because she started a mess, and then she'll sit back and watch it unfold? She is a snake in the grass. How would you feel if people constantly said that about you? So put yourself in somebody else's shoes, bitches, before y'all try to say that they taking shit out of proportion. Like, get the fuck out of here. So we get into episode 4, and which picks up where the last episode from last week left off with Evelyn crying to the fake Iyanna about it. And y'all, I'm sorry. I know I keep saying that I'm tired of this whole Chad storyline, which I am, but I'm not judging Evelyn simply because this shit was filmed like a year ago when the shit first went down. So a man beat your ass, you married this man, you've been involved with this man for 2 years. It's not going to be that easy to let something like that go just because somebody beat your ass. I mean, look at Chris Brown and Rihanna. But like I said, I am an advocate for domestic violence, because like I said, I grew up around the shit, so I don't play about this shit. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I do sympathize with Evelyn, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's better that she just doesn't go back to Chad. But you can't judge somebody because they love somebody. So you know that it is what it is. So Tammy talks to Susie about her mother, And, you know, she talks about how, you know, the lifespan and how she's been getting worse in the hospital, and that's why she wasn't there at Evelyn's event and all of that. So, you know, that's pretty much the gist of it. You know, they even talked about the Tasha situation, and Susie told Tammy that she apologized and all of that. So Tammy and Nadine have a spa day, and they basically talk about what they want to do. And, you know, from the looks of it, Nadine looks like that she knew that she was about to die, and she was pretty much at peace with the fact that she's about to go ahead and pass over whatever, and she just want to spend all this time she can with her daughter and her granddaughter and her whole family. That's all she want to do. I think she's at peace with the fact that she's about to die. I mean, who wants to continuously suffer from cancer? You know what I mean? So it just seemed like she was at peace with it. And I know that it's probably hard for Tammy to sit there and watch that shit, you know, relive it all over again. You know what I'm saying? So Susie and Tasha, they go and work out, and Susie tells Tasha that she saw some things on the blogs about Chad and Evelyn getting back together. You know, they saw a picture of them together, whatnot. And, you know, like I said, at first I was like, Susie, mind your fucking business. God damn, if the bitch want to get back with the abusive ass motherfucker, that's on her. It's not up to you to judge. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up. But I'm going to tell you why I changed my tune at the very end of the video. So you know, Tasha wasn't really upset about it. She just asked Susie, do you think that Chad could change? And, you know, Susie felt like, yeah, he can change, but, you know, I still don't think that Evelyn needs to get back with somebody they put their hands on. Simple as that. You know, she stands firm on that. So Evelyn talks to Shani about, you know, getting the thing, you know, the no contact order dropped, and how she saw Chad for the first time, and how it was like butterflies and how they smiled and everything, because that was the first time they seen each other since the fucking incident took place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's not really a bad thing. Like, you know, with my last relationship, you know what I'm saying, I was still in love with this person. So when I seen them, it was butterflies. You know, you do feel, you know, feelings again. You do feel that old, you do want to kind of feel, you know, that old thing back, or get to having thoughts in your head when you see somebody that you love or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really judge nobody on how they feel about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I wish people would stop being so fucking hypocritical and stop acting like they ain't never had feelings for nobody before. Bitch, get your life together. You've had feelings just like this bitch has. Please get over yourself. So Tammy talks to Evelyn about her situations with Shani. And, you know, she feels like, you know, she didn't want to make a big deal about it. She feels like Shani was the one that's fucking annoyed by it, and Shani is fucking annoyed about it. And, you know what I'm saying? Evelyn was like, well, she feels like they all should have a group conversation and even add Tasha into it, because Tasha was the one who told Tammy that, you know, her and Shani said that, you know what I'm saying, they may not like each other. So that's why it could go really right or really wrong. You know what I'm saying? And Tammy said she loves Shani, but she will punch her in her face if it goes left. So Tammy and Tasha have a conversation about, you know, everything. And, you know, she did admit to Tasha that, she did ask Susie to look up some shit on her, just to have some ammunition. And I guess she felt like she was wrong, and she didn't really give her a proper chance, that she wanted to get along. You know, and then they talked about the drama and how, you know, everybody was saying that it could be really right or really wrong or whatever. And, Tammy was like, well, in Shani's defense, she didn't want to make it seem like y'all wasn't going to like each other. And then Tasha was like, well, what did it mean? Then I'm like, now, Tasha, you being messy. Stop it. But, you know, they had a good conversation. I enjoyed their interaction. Shani and Tasha discussed, first they start off discussing Tammy and how they had dinner and how they talked about everything. Well, of course, Shani's fucking annoyed, and she feels like Tammy's blown this whole thing out of proportion. Then they talk about Evelyn and Chad and how, you know, Susie has a big issue with the whole thing, and how, you know, she feels like, you know, people changing deserve a second chance. And I really believe that Tasha really thinks that way, because of some fact that her man fucked the chef that was in her house cooking her food every morning and every evening, and she forgave his ass for it. That's why I think that she feel like people deserve second chances. And then you got Evelyn messy ass meeting up with Shani for dinner, and they discussed the situation where Evelyn had the conversation with Tammy. Now this is the shit that pisses me off about it, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I got 4 more minutes. This is the shit that pisses me off about it. Evelyn had just told Tammy that they need to have a group meeting. Okay, if they need to have a group meeting, then why the fuck is you going to Shaunie telling her what the fuck Tammy said? Why can't you let Tammy do that? I feel like that's some fraudulent, messy ass shit and you playing both sides of the fence, and I'm not feeling you right now, Evelyn. You know Shaunie. And who the fuck does Shaunie think she fucking is with her jawbreaker nose ass? Who the fuck does she think she is? When did she get balls? Ooh, half cut off ass nose ass bitch. So then, you know, we get into the last scene of the night, which is between Susie and Evelyn. And, you know, they talk about Chad once again. And they talk about, you know, how Evelyn feels like Chad hasn't changed. And she feels like she's human and nobody understands why she still loves this man. And why she still entertains the thought of taking him back. And all of that. And, you know, moment for me for Susie with Susie came about when she admitted that she was in a domestic violence relationship. She got punched in her face, and that's why her jaw was fucked up, and that's why she was talking with a list. And for so many years, we all went in on her because it sounded like she had some nuts stuck at the bottom of her mouth. But that wasn't because she had nuts stuck at the bottom of her mouth. It's because the dude that she was dating was whooping her ass, and she took him back, and she ended up in the emergency room, and that's why she had to get her face fixed. That's why she had to get her face fixed. And you know what? I feel really bad for all the shit that I said about Susie. This is why Susie feels the type of way she does about Chad, and why she doesn't want Evelyn to go back with Chad. So you know what, Susie, you know what? I got a newfound respect for you just by hearing your story and why you're such an advocate for Evelyn to not go back to Chad. Because at first I was telling you to shut the fuck up and let the woman do what the fuck she want to do. But I see that you're coming from a friendly place and a sincere and genuine place because you went through that shit before. So I applaud you on that, Susie. I still don't like your ass, but I applaud you on that. I really understand why you feel the way you do at this point. So with that being said, you guys, this is my review on Basketball Wives, episodes 3 and 4, season 5. Follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Mr_Still Standing Without the G. Follow me on Instagram at rebellious_Scotty. I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.